Hey, what's up, guys? It's that guy with the pencil here, and we're back for Fiction Friday number 4. Alright, so this week was actually pretty packed, but I'm going to try to keep it short this time because these videos keep getting longer and longer. So, we're just going to start off with Dr. Stone because of all the chapters this week, this one seemed to get me the most hyped. And that's honestly pretty impressive considering what the other chapters have in store this week. And there's even a new series for this like 1 week of Fiction Friday. So yeah, let's go, man. This may be like an every 4 Fiction Fridays thing. This series will pop up. We're gonna start with Dr. Stone, and it is ramping up. So I thought there was gonna be a little more stalling until we got to the big final fight, but now we here. We are. This is the last chapter of build up. The drone is made. Everyone's ready. The power team is revived for the good old tug of war. This is gonna be fantastic, and there are a few things that I need to know about this chapter. Number one, I like how they're just straight up calling the girl with the petrification weapon Medusa. I never made that connection myself, but I'm glad they're doing it because it just adds more character and uniqueness to that. And it's funny because I doubt the Stone Age people or like the non-modern people know what Medusa is. They're just rolling along with it. It's just not made out as a point for comedy in this chapter. So that's cool. I like how we're taking that route in terms of the way this battle is going to go down. So Ginro, Nikki, and Magma all get revived, and while Nikki doesn't really have much focus in this chapter, and neither does Magma, Ginro gets his whole focus. I think it's Ginro gets his whole focus with when he finds out, everyone's here except my brother. What happened to him? And then he gets told that his brother was petrified before the island girl's very eyes, and he's just like, it's fine. I understand. This isn't no time for mourning. I'll get him back. And I like that. That's nice. This chapter, like, there isn't much to say about this chapter because it's like, it is build up. Like, everything is really just falling into place. They make carbon wire, stuff like that. And they make carbon wire. Gen is slowly getting traumatized by hard physical labor thanks to needing to spin the carbon wire, and that's all nice and good. The drone's finally made, and I feel like something's going to happen with Magma because there's this one offshoot panel of him that's him just chilling there not menacingly, he's sitting there like, it's basically a panel of foreshadowing where it's just like, yeah, he was standing alone and he feels like he's not useful. So I feel like something's going to happen there. So yeah, that's really Dr. Stone. And despite how like quick I'm running through it, this was a good chapter. It was a really good chapter because it has more revivals. It's the final phase of the setup. All the Hood's warriors are made. Everything's prepared. I just feel like something's going to go wrong, and it's going to have to do with Magma, or it's going to have to do with something they didn't plan, and that's always cool to come in. I like twists in Dr. Stone because they're typically organic. They tend not to come out of nowhere. Like, you can see them coming, especially in retrospect. So moving on, we're going to go to 7 Deadly Sins, and this chapter is just beautiful. The ultimate one has arrived, and I always did like Escanor, and Escanor, especially after his backstory chapter, short story last week, I like how we know why he initially didn't give up his life, because he swore he would give it up for his new friends, and now he's going to do that. And Meliodas is initially angry with him, like, no, I didn't let you join the 7 Deadly Sins so you could just go and kill yourself like this, you idiot. We're going to fight the Demon King together. And Escanor was just like, yes, I completely understand that. Thank you so much, my friends. You brought me so much joy in all these years for all the help you've given me and the family you've given me that I never had, and I never thought people would care for me, but you all did, and I have so much to thank you for, but it's too late. I cannot go back on this. So please, just let me fight with you one last time. And that is so, it's so poignant, and it's so sad, because, like, I feel like Escanor may actually die. Like, you know, they always say no one dies in 7 Deadly Sins. You know what, Escanor may not. But, like, if they kill him, it's earned. It's earned. Like, I would actually seriously feel bad and feel it if Escanor died. So, that's mainly this chapter. Like, they fight off a little bit of the Demon King, but it's really, Concise getting right back to that good old character root stuff that I loved the series for in the first place. It's getting into the sad personal natures of the characters and how that drives them, so that's good. So, the next series we're going to hop on is Boku no Hero. And I gotta say, this is once again just another setup chapter. Like more of this quirk singularity stuff is being explained by the evil doctor, who is the same as Midoriya's doctor from all those years ago, and he knows about One for All, and apparently that was a quirk that One for All for One couldn't control, and that's cool and interesting to know. But like, I still don't really care. Like honestly, like all unlike in Doctor Stone, where like I like the build up because it usually leads to something interesting. I don't really care for the build up in Boku no Hero right now because I'm just like get to the plot. Like I'm sick and tired of waiting for some plot related to happen, and nothing truly character wise interesting character wise that I wasn't predicting or that is like interesting to me has happened. Like Endeavor taking all of the sidekicks under his wing, I knew that was gonna happen. The Shigaraki's quirk getting stronger, I knew that was gonna happen. The only cool, interesting thing about this chapter is that Shigaraki is possibly getting a quirk buff. Like he's gonna be getting more quirks from the evil doctor, and that's cool. I like that. That's real nice. Good. Make Shigaraki more powerful, because at his current state, I don't care if he can dissolve everything he touches. Like he says, the evil restoration guy, Redestro, he lived from Shigaraki's attack by cutting off his leg. His disintegration doesn't even work that fast enough for it to work on someone like Midoriya, who once he reaches All Might's old peak, and now with all these new extra quirks, it's not like that this current Shigaraki can even pose a challenge to Midoriya, and that's one of my biggest issues I've always had with this series. The main villain, that unless it's all for one, is not going to be able to challenge Midoriya because Shigaraki is literally just too weak. We can't help that. Like, Horikoshi wrote himself into this corner where his two main conflicting characters cannot conflict properly because one is way more powerful than the other. It's just unfair. So now I feel like that's why all this quirk singularity nonsense, all this stuff that was never really mentioned or truly alluded to before, is now happening because Horikoshi realized, oh, wait, I messed up and now I need to make all this stuff work in some conceivable way that people won't get mad at me for. But I'm still annoyed because it's just taking up time that either should have been established earlier when we're wasting time before, or Boku no Hero is a mess. It is a literal mess, and it's a thing. But yeah, we're getting plot progression, but it's just going to be another stalling chapter next week. I can tell. Like Boku no Hero is in stall mode right now, and I hate Boku no Hero in stall mode because it's interesting when things are happening and things are not happening anymore. I wish I'd started Fiction Fridays like before the villain arc ended, because the villain arc was actually interesting. So going on forward from that, we're gonna do a little quick Kimetsu no Yaiba, and yeah, as usual, it's not translated. I don't know why this one doesn't get translated in time with the other ones. I thought it was a Friday release series. I guess it's not. But like this is once again trying to make me feel bad for Kokushibo. Yeah, I think I finally know his name. I think it's Kokushibo, and I still don't. Like I don't care. And it's just because like Kokushibo didn't, his backstory didn't hit me personally in the same way that his backstory didn't hit me in the same way that what's his name's did, Akaza's did, because it just wasn't as sad. Like Kokushiba just wanted to be strong and cool and be better than his brother, and his brother was a special chosen one. I don't feel bad for you. Oh well, you were given the short end of the stick. It doesn't give you an excuse to go around eating and killing people. Not in my mind. So yeah, I still don't feel sorry for him. Like the only things I really liked about this chapter was just that Kokushiba realizes that his brother wasn't a terrible person. Like his brother saves his life, and a whole, well, I think all the other samurai died, but his brother saves his life some point in this chapter. They come along. His brother trains Kokushibo a bit, and then Kokushibo develops his mark, and then they both become demon slayers together after the brother explains everything, and then like I'm guessing the effects of the mark that that Kokushibo generated are starting to kick in, and then Muzan appears and it's just like, hey, you want to stay alive forever, bro? And Kokushiba just went with it because he was afraid of death. He was afraid of being eclipsed by his brother, and he wanted to keep his techniques alive. And while I understand wanting to preserve your work and stuff like that, and once again, still not that much of an excuse to go around slaughtering countless people and then eating them. It's not worth devolving into the monster that you eventually became, a whole demon. So yeah, still don't feel bad for Kokushiba. I wonder if other people are like I'm gonna start looking around the internet for like hot takes on Kokushibo and like if people actually like him, because I am one of the few that does not, or hopefully maybe not one of the few. Hopefully this one is like starting to get to people and make them realize, oh yeah, you can't sympathy bait every demon, especially since you're running out of them. Like, I hope they don't try to sympathy bait Muzan, like at all. I hope they don't. I hope the mangaka just realizes, oh yeah, Muzan's a bad guy. Let's just let him die. I feel like they shouldn't have tried to sympathy bait Kokushibo either. But hopefully now this backstory stuff is over, because it cuts back at the end of the chapter to the flute that the brother still had on him when he died, when he tried to kill Kokushibo, and then Kokushibo was just carrying it around all these years. And that cut in half flute, the symbol of their connection, is revealed after Kokushibo finally dies. So that's cool. That's nice. Final chapter we're talking about this week, Attack on Titan. Yeah, I do read this, but it comes out monthly, so I can't really talk about it that often. So this is Ymir's backstory, and I like it, but I don't like it for a lot of the same reasons other people don't. I don't like it for the fact that I think it's introducing aliens into Attack on Titan with that whole spine thing that attached to Ymir. And while aliens are cool, I didn't want Attack on Titan to take that route. I would have preferred if it stayed some sort of mystical magic thing that like you just can't understand because it's just magic. Because like I don't mind unanswered questions. You don't have to explain everything to me. Like give me character explanations. You don't have to give me you do not have to give me lore explanations. I like theorizing and speculating on this stuff. But now I think it's just like set in stone that Ymir was just attached by a parasite, and now boom, Titans. And it's creepy because like her own kids had to eat her, and this was after she was like almost killed for probably something she didn't do. Someone let the pigs out, and then she took the blame for it. So I feel bad for Ymir in that sense, and I also feel bad that she's just been serving the royal family for thousands upon thousands of years. I do like there still are more questions raised, like did the three daughters of Ymir have three kids? Like, which Titan powers did they inherit? Because it straight cuts from Ymir's death to all the 9 Titans after her daughters ate her, and I'm just like, but like, where's the leap though? Like, where did the Beast Titan come from? Where did the Warhammer Titan come from? Because the only thing you really see with Ymir's Titan, you never really see that majestic, regal, tall Titan. You see a legitimate monster that just approaches and crushes everything with physical force. You never see Ymir using Warhammer Titan abilities or Armor Titan ability. You never see any of that stuff. You see him crushing Marley, which is interesting. It explains why Marley's still salty after all these different generations. But you never really see Ymir using those different powers, and we never see the daughters using different powers. So I'm still unsure how those came to be. I thought when we were getting a Ymir backstory, we were gonna like completely see a showcase of one Titan, like what the perfect Titan would look like. All the powers merging together, coming together, and showing why if someone were to get their hands on all 9 Titan powers, they'd be unstoppable. But no, like Ymir is only unstoppable because she was the first giant Titan thing that could regenerate. But I do like how Eren is reaching out to Ymir, just like, please don't listen to them anymore. I'm asking you, what do you want? Make your own choice. Forge your own path to freedom. And she does. By not following Zeke's command and reaching the path connector. She just unleashed. I'm assuming this is Ymir, and if it is Ymir, that is honestly one of the coolest and not it's just an amazing thing to do. I think she released all the Wall Titans. And that is going to be interesting for everyone to deal with, because all the Wall Titans are just going to walk. And that's all they really need to do, because no matter how big and strong Marley is with all their military stuff, they aren't going to stop 3, like the countless Titans that are probably chilling within the walls that are now being reawoken. Oh, and Eren's alive, like his body's getting regenerated. So that's cool. So yeah, honestly, I'm intrigued to see where Attack on Titan is going to go. It seems like it'll be interesting. But of course, gotta wait a month for that. So wait for Fiction Friday number 8, where we get another Attack on Titan chapter. So if I had to give each chapter a rating this week, I'd have to give Dr. Stone like 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Just because, like, I talk quick about it, just because I'm trying to get this video done quick, and it's still going on longer than I wanted it to. But Yeah, it was good. It was a good build up chapter. It is the final one. It's getting to the point now, and characters are getting arrived. We're getting character motivations, character interactions, and new technology, new revivals, all that good stuff. I like Doctor Stone. It's doing fantastic on keeping me interested in the characters and all their different actions. And like I said, I think Magma is gonna mess something up because he's been petrified and feels like he was useless. So that's gonna be interesting. Um, yeah, 8 out of 10. Like, considering I almost cried, I'm gonna have to give Seven Deadly Sins a 9 out of 10 this week. I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 last week too. I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10 this week again, just because like I feel so bad for this. They're about to lose one of their own, one of the few people they can emphasize with in the world. They're about to lose him, in Escanor, and it's beautiful. Like character wise stuff is what gets me with these series, and which is why Boku no Hero gets like a 5 out of 10 because I don't care. Um, I'm not kidding. Like Boku no Hero is kind of just dying slowly. Get to the point. Just that's literally my whole message for Horikoshi. Horikoshi, I know you would never watch this video. Get to the point on your manga. Stop stalling. Stop wasting time. I don't care. Just do it. Make the show interesting again. I started watching it because of a premise I heard. Come on now, make the premise interesting. Um, so yeah, 5 out of 10. Kimetsu no Yaiba, you know, for 6 out of 10. I like the artwork and I like the fight. I like the background we're getting on the world. That's it. Still don't care for Kokushibo at all as like a sympathetic villain. I don't. Because he's not sympathetic. I don't. That may just be me. That may just be me. If you disagree with me, go. If you disagree with me for any of these like ratings, go in the comments and just tell me. I want to hear. I want to hear your reasons why my ratings are wrong, or like why you would shift them, or if they're too high. Or a lot of people have been telling me, "Whoa, you are rating some of these series way too highly." Okay. And Attack on Titan, 7 out of 10, just because like I like the Ymir backstory. I just don't like certain parts of the Ymir backstory. So I don't like that. But just Attack on Titans again is staying hype. Like I didn't talk about it, but Attack on Titan is one of my favorite reads every time it pops up. But just because it's always doing something. um Boku no Hero, Horikoshi, take some notes from Isayama. Do something every chapter. Never let a chapter go to waste, which you tend to do a lot. You can pack a lot of this stuff down into more concise, better paced stuff. Anyway, that was Fiction Friday number 4. I hope you guys had a good time watching and listening and watching me draw Senku. So yeah, I'm gonna wish you guys a nice day. I hope you had a fantastic Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This is that guy with the pencil writing off.